Alright, so we're going to be showing you how to add a text layer to your video in Adobe Premiere. You're going to come up here to the top, hit File, New, and Title. Make sure you add a name to your text file so that when you have it in the media bin, you don't ever confuse it with anything else. Here we're just going to name it How to Create a Text Tool. Now, when you open this up, it's kind of small. You can always readjust the size of the window. You're going to want to hit this T up at the top left. And then at that point, you can type whatever you want to have for your text layer. Here, we're just going to write Creating a Text Tool. And then if you click back to the Selection tool, you can hit these white blocks at the edge. Any of these corners, you can grab and stretch your text to make it bigger. And if you come up here to the right, you have the width. You have your height. And then if you want to come in here and take the Selection tool, you can highlight all of the text, and then at this bottom, you have a bunch of different fonts you can add to your text. And if you select just one letter, you can change the font for that. So if you wanted to change the font for every single letter in there, you could. It's really up to you. For now, we're just going to be doing one font style. And then on the right here, you have a bunch of different tools you can use to edit your text even more. You can change the angle of it, the texture, the sharpness. Right now, we're just going to edit the colors. We're going to add a 4 color gradient. It started off with a 2 color gradient, but we're going to do something a little more interesting and change a bunch of different colors. After we got our colors picked out, we're going to add a shadow to this text. You hit this black box to change the color. It was set to black, but the background's black, so there was no text shadow. So we're going to change it to something you can see, like this purple color. You can add the distance from the text. Move it back and forth as far as close you want to the text. And then you grab the size, it's going to add and edit this thickness of the shadow itself. You have the angle, which is going to edit what angle the shadow appears behind the text. You're just going to take the text file and grab it from your media bin and add it to the timeline itself. Just like any other part of the timeline, you can add effects to it. We're going to add the cross dissolve.
Now, as you can see, you'll be able to use these text adding and editing skills in a professional environment, as shown here with this lower third on this news broadcast. And just to show you an example, this next broadcast has a lower third that we ourselves made. That concludes this tutorial.